Hello, Capricorn. Capricorn, welcome to your reading. I hope you're doing well. We are going to be looking at our oracle cards, and we are going to be looking at different decks of tarot cards as well to really dive as deep as we can into this message. So we're going to be looking at the blockages that are currently around you at this moment in time. The divine is saying that for some of you, you're currently creating blockages for yourself by not realizing that you have big opportunities that are coming towards you. There's a sense of doubt as you are even hearing that message, because there's this sense of this feeling I'm getting where you're feeling maybe frustrated because you're not getting the manifestations, you're not receiving the blessings, you're not receiving the life of your dreams. And the divine is saying to you, shift and move into this type of energy of excitement, because when this is your address where you live, then what happens is reality follows you. This is always the same way. When you're feeling angry, when you're feeling doubtful, when you're in that scarcity mindset, guess what follows you? Scarcity. Guess what follows you? Reasons to be angry, reasons to be doubtful. So the divine is saying to you, it is important for you right now, as you're listening to this reading, to truly start asking yourself some questions. Whatever it is that is popping up in your mind, ask yourself some questions around that. So the divine is saying that it is important for you to step into faith and understand that you are going to love what happens next. And really, what is blocking what is going to be happening next is you. The lack of faith, the lack of discipline, the lack of feeling that anticipation and excitement. So it is almost like the divine is telling you to get out of the way so that you can finally receive the delivery that is waiting for you. Next, we're going to be looking at the weaknesses that are currently needing your attention. You're receiving our energy of self-care. So the divine is saying to you, have you created a self-care routine? It is important for you to understand that when you don't prioritize yourself, your needs, this creates a weakness because you're always putting yourself last. This actually shows the universe that you don't really value yourself like that. So the divine is saying to you, it is important to start valuing yourself. It is important to start creating a self-care routine, because in doing so, it gives you that strength to fight another day. If anything, it actually uplifts your energies to this vibration that we spoke about before. So the divine is saying, why haven't you created a self-care routine that you do weekly, monthly, whatever feels right to you, daily? I mentioned before in one of the readings, like buying yourself some flowers is something really simple, but many people don't do that for themselves. Taking yourself out, allowing yourself to have time, some quality me time, is going to be important. Next, we are going to be moving on to what you need to surrender and what you need to let go. So let's see what is coming up for you. All right, so can get the card. What you need to surrender and let go is the need to see the whole complete picture. This is quite interesting because remember the first card that you received, it indicated that the blockages that you are experiencing at the moment is that you are not feeling this excitement. There's a lack of anticipation. There's a lack of faith that is there. And the divine is saying to you that the reason why this is like we already mentioned before, is because you are currently not seeing how everything is going to be unfolding, how you are going to be becoming a millionaire, how you are going to find the love of your life, how you are going to finally lose that weight. Whatever it is that is on your list, the divine is saying you don't need to see the whole picture. Allow and open up the doors of magic to happen in your life. When you are wanting to see the whole complete picture, this is you falling into the energy of needing to calculate everything, of needing to just being that perfectionist, right? And when you are in that energy, you are not able to step into the energy of joy, of allowing. So the divine is saying to you again, get out of the way. You are creating your own blockage. Allow things to happen and understand that you do not need to see the whole complete picture, because things will just happen as they need to happen. All right. So what we're going to do next, we're going to be looking at your strength and to see what is coming up. Now we need to speak about this, because for some of you, you are looking at this card and thinking, oh, hang on a minute. But actually, it's quite clear. The divine is saying that for you, your strength is being an empath. Your strength is putting yourself in other people's shoes. Your strength is understanding other people's pain. But understand that this strength can turn into a weakness when you keep forgiving the same people over and over again. And most of the times, for the same mistakes. The divine is saying that that is not a strength. There's an imbalance that is there. So the divine is saying, look at the people who keep hurting you over and over again and ask yourself why you're allowing them, because your strength is going to come from creating a boundary and not allowing people to give you the same old excuses. So do not allow people to become repeat offenders and just come back and beg and cry and explain themselves. The divine is saying it is important for you to understand that sometimes you just need to see the truth that is there. Even though you're an empath, even though you hate to see people suffering, even though you hate to see people crying, don't let yourself give permission to people to treat you in an unfair way, to mistreat you even, because they see you as being too soft, as being too understanding. Okay, so what we're going to do next, we're going to be looking at the blind spots that you need to be aware of at this moment in time. The card that you are receiving, the divine is saying that there is something that needs your attention. Where are you currently self-sabotaging yourself? The divine wants you to understand that by taking responsibility, this will empower you to start moving forward in a powerful way. When you keep allowing yourself to sabotage yourself over and over again, you keep on repeating the cycle and never getting to the end goal. So the divine is saying that for some of you, literally, this self-sabotaging card is because you keep allowing lovers to hurt you, to betray you, and then just to come back and say they're sorry. It is time to see that this is something that needs your attention, and this is something that you really need to work on. Okay, so next we're going to be looking at any advice and the best course of action that the divine is putting on the cards for you. The advice that is coming up, the device is saying to you, this is loud and clear. What devices do you have? What addictions do you have? The divine is saying to you, the advice that is here is plain to see. When people show you their true colors, it is time for you to start believing them. Because literally some people are clowns and you're trying to build with these clowns. The divine is saying that it is important for you to open up your eyes and to see how you are sabotaging yourself by giving people the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes the truth is plain to see. You need to put that empath energy to one side, because sometimes as being an empath, you actually start attracting narcissists. So this is why the divine is trying to put this to your attention. Okay, so what do you need to know right now? So let's have a look to see what is coming up for you. What you need to know, actually, I'll just do it like this. What you need to know right now, the divine is saying it is time to take inspired action. As you listened to this reading, we spoke about the blockages that are here. Okay, as you listened to this reading, we spoke about dealing with repeat offenders. And the divine is saying that as you are starting to hold that sword of truth in your hands, taking the responsibility that you need to take for the parts that you play in your story, and understanding that sometimes inspired action can be painful to yourself because you're being honest, And also, it can be painful to other people because you're no longer allowing them to keep on repeating the same mistakes over and over again. So what we're going to do, we're going to be getting some tarot cards to see how they are wanting to elaborate more on the energies that we have already spoken about. But it is really important for you to understand, actually, I put these cards in the wrong order. So it is really important for you to understand the message that is plain for you to see. The divine is saying that you are entertaining some people who you think that you can build with. You cannot build with these people. You are allowing yourself to sabotage your future because you're hoping and praying that some people will change. You're hoping and praying that some people will see your value. You are hoping and praying for the wrong things. The divine is saying when the truth is the truth, it is time for you to take that inspired action that we spoke about and stop keep on allowing people to come back over and over again. You're just wasting your time. You're wasting your energy when you could be building something better, when you could be going and creating that chapter where you are free, where you are full of joy and abundance. So on this section of the reading, we're going to be seeing what cards are coming up. So let me get your cards for you. One card is coming up. You're having the energies of the Three of Coins. Now, I want you to pay attention to this card because we are using this card to clarify this section that is here. Remember, the blockages were you not having enough faith to realize that you will receive everything that you wanted. And there is a need for you to surrender and let go for seeing the whole complete picture. And the divine told you that the best action that you need to take is to start seeing people for who they truly are. And the card that is clarifying that whole message is interesting because you are receiving the energies of the Three of Coins. Now remember what I told you before. For some of you, you are thinking that you are building a future with someone who is clearly a clown. For some of you, you are collaborating or you're even thinking of going into business with people who are not who they seem. So the divine is saying to you, when we are wanting to see people's true actions, look at their history. The history will reveal what will happen in the future. And not only that, the divine said to you, remember that you're currently not seeing the whole picture right now. So what commitments, what collaborations, what contracts, what situations are you going into when it is connected to money? The divine is saying that you could be making a mistake because you are trusting some people, but you are not seeing the whole complete picture. You are ignoring the energy that they bring to the table. Be careful, because you could find yourself in a loss when it comes to your finances. So the divine is saying to you, because right now you're currently not seeing things as they truly are, engage with your guides and with your ancestors and ask them to reveal what this is all about. Okay, so I'm going to pop this card there and I'm going to pop it here. So when we're looking at our weaknesses and our blind spots, we're going to be using this tarot deck to elaborate on that message. So let's have a look to see what messages the divine is wanting to bring. You're receiving 3 cards, so we're going to take them because why not? Energies of the Queen of Cups. Interesting because we spoke about self-care. I love that we've got our bubbles that are here, and here we have a confirmation. We have bubbles again. So the divine is saying to you, taking care of yourself is going to allow you to actually see yourself improving over time. When you allow yourself the time that you need to nurture yourself, to love on yourself, this is going to bring positive energies, and you're going to be seeing that your life actually starts going in a way where things are starting to fall in place in a wonderful way. Literally, there's a big upgrade that is here when you finally show the divine that you are ready to take care of yourself, to nourish yourself, and to put yourself first. Okay, so the next card that we have, interesting. Same energies have come up. Usually when I get lots of cards that fall out at the same time, I put them away. But this time I thought, why not? Let's go with it. And so another confirmation for you. The Three of Coins is the same as the Three of Pentacles. We spoke of this energy, so maybe go back and listen to what I said when this card came up, clarifying this section. So it's interesting that this card is coming up again, clarifying this section where we already have spoken about being mindful of the contracts that we're signing, of the people that we're working with, of the collaborations that we have going on, of the relationships that we are maybe thinking of going into or are already into. There is something that is sabotaging, something that you are working hard on. So maybe you are currently in a relationship, you're really putting in the time, the energy, the effort that is needed to see a project, a business thrive and get successful. And you could be seeing that as you are busy working, someone else is just busy procrastinating. They are not doing much. And there will be the same person who is wanting to shout and show off and be egotistic when the business is successful. But what did they bring to the table? What did they put in? What energy did they invest? Nothing. They were just here enjoying the ride because they knew that you would show up and you would make sure that everything is successful. So when we're looking at the energies of the Three of Pentacles, this is saying to you that this card is all about working with other people, but making sure that you are balanced. You are not doing all the work and someone else is just busy partying, having a great time. When it is time to work, they're hungover, they are not in the right frame of mind. And so you have to lift this person up, put them on your shoulders and do twice as hard work. So the divine is saying, again, be really mindful of the relationships that you are entertaining, because some of these relationships are actually sabotaging the future that we spoke about earlier. And speaking of a future, you have the energies of the Nine of Cups, which is again interesting because remember, this is clarifying these energies that are here. Nine of Cups is your wishes fulfilled card. So your wishes will become a reality as we already spoke about, remember. And remember this section, we're talking about the blockages that are there. And in this section, we're talking about sabotage. So the divine is saying to you, your wishes will come true. Be mindful of the people that you are collaborating with. Are they really building with you, or are they just sabotaging the project, the collaboration? Are they just wasting money or not investing any energy in a meaningful way to the success that you are currently praying for and are on the cards for you? So the divine is saying this is an invitation to look at your relationships, at your collaborations, at your business partners, at all the people that you have in your life, because the energies of the Pentacles are energy. Some people are draining. Some people are just here wanting a good time. Okay. You promised that at the weekend you were going to be focusing on putting in the work that was needed so that you could be victorious, so that you can have your dreams coming true. And there's someone that is here like, oh, come on. Let's go for a drink. Let's have a good time. When did you become so boring? And you feel guilty and you end up going out and engaging in behaviors that when it's time to get to work at the weekend, you find yourself tired. You find yourself not in the right frame of mind. This is how you sabotage yourself, or even allow other people to sabotage the success that is on the cards for you. So absolutely, wishes, dreams coming true, it's a yes, a solid yes. But this is the weakness, this is the blind spots, this is what you're not seeing. So I hope that now you're starting to see a more complete picture that is starting to help you to shift your focus in a positive way and not entertain these energies that are here to drain your energy, to sabotage your victory and your success. So the last cards that we're going to be getting, we're going to be looking at your strengths and also what you need to know. So let's have a look to see what is coming up for you. All right, we get one more card. Remember what we spoke about when this card first came up. Remember, I think for the majority of you who are watching this reading, I would highly encourage you to go and watch this reading again, especially if this reading is resonating with you. Because remember, the repeat offender came on the side of your strengths, and I showed you what this card was all about. In clarifying this energy, you're receiving our first, only major arcana card of the Hermit card. So the Hermit card is saying to you, it is time to go within. When you go within, when you start listening and paying attention, you're going to start seeing things from a higher perspective. And you're going to start seeing how you have been entertaining people who repeat the same mistakes over and over again, who sabotage your success, your victory over and over again. The divine is really wanting you to understand that it is time to be alone. It is time to connect to your spirituality, to your guides, to your ancestors, because the Hermit card is very much connected to the divine realms. And you can see that our repeat offender is in church. So there's very much a feeling of being alone so that you can finally process things that you need to process and to see them from a different point of view. And in doing that, your wishes will become a reality, because in the Hermit cards, there's usually a star. You can't see it here, but there's a star that is here connected to your wishes coming true, right? So the divine is saying that your strength is going to be coming from isolating yourself so that you can finally work and focus on your projects. Your strength is going to be coming from you looking at people that you're dealing with and starting to see how they are taking advantage of you, so that you can start creating those boundaries around these people that is needed. The Hermit card is saying that isolation, being alone, is not a bad thing. If anything, this is going to be a positive thing, because this is the only major arcana card that we have received. And I always let you know that when we receive major arcana cards, they really indicate that this is the attention, the value of where the reading is. This is the trump card in the reading. So by being alone, by allowing yourself to just activate that hermit mode, you are actually going to start seeing that you start seeing things from a different perspective. You are starting to see the picture unfold. And not only that, you're going to start seeing that your wishes become true, because now you're not sabotaging your energies, your behaviors. You're not entertaining people who have no goals, no visions, that are not going anywhere, so that these people come and sabotage where you are going, so that that star, that 9 of Cups that we spoke about, is never activated, is never manifested in your life. So be really careful and mindful of the company that you keep, of the people who are around you, because these very same people could be the ones who are actually even causing the blockage that is here. Last card that we have, I don't know why I got 2 cards here, but we did. What you need to know, as you can see, is to take inspired action, because if you do, you are going to start focusing on your fire, your passion, your goals, where you are going. And in turn, you're going to see that your status, your life is going to start getting upgraded, and your guides and your ancestors will be watching your back, will be watching over you and walking with you. So take inspired action. When you know what it is that you need to do, go and do it. Take inspired action. You hold the magic wand. You hold the pen that is writing your future. So remember, you are going to love what happens next. So the question to you is, as you're holding that magic wand, that pen, what are you going to be writing for the next chapter that is going to be unfolding in your life? So Capricorn, this is the powerful reading that I have for you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give this video a big thumbs up, and share this video with anyone else who you think is going to have value from this reading. So on that note, I'm going to see you in my next reading, and it is a goodbye from me.